Rukaiya, please start.
So, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I Ruqayya Imran, a part of Aligs Reneza, welcomes you all in our today's Aligs discussion forum. Our today's topic is education inequality. Explore the gaps in education accessibility and quality across the different social groups. Let's start our today's discussion with Alfia Irshad. Alfia Irshad. Participants, please they don't waste time. I have to wind up the session at sharp 9. Please unmute yourself fast. Alfia Irshad. Miss Alfia. Okay. Aliza. Aliza,
Hello.
Alfia, yeah, please speak.
Yes. Educational inequalities refer to unequal distribution of academic resources and opportunities between different social groups. This can lead to disparities in learning experience, academic achievement, and life changes. Some ways educational inequalities can manifest: unequal funding, unequal access to resources, unequal access to opportunities, cycle of inequality. Educational inequality is a complex problem that is reinforced by intersecting system of inequality. It can have long-lasting ramifications on individuals' lives and society as a whole. Thank you.
Well said, Miss Alfia Irshad. Now I wanted to invite Aliza question. Aliza.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Aliza Khair, and today I'll be talking about on the topic that is educational inequality. And basically, the definition has already been told by Alfia, and it basically means that how education is different for different people based on their based on their economic background. Basically, what actually happens is that with the difference in the fundings and with the difference in the amount of the money that is actually being spent on the infrastructure, we have various levels of we have various levels of infrastructure. So basically, you can say schools or colleges, and some colleges are again poorly made, and therefore like they are basically referred for the poor people and poor section of the society. And some are well built, and some are and they might be most of the time for the richer class of people, and like the above the more than average when the people actually um, basically the people with the more than average salary of the person in India. So basically, now why is there a difference? See, for us, education is is like required in order to be successful for life. And education is not supposed to be like differentiating between classes, and it's not supposed to differentiate you on the basis of the money that you have. It should not differentiate you on the basis of how much you can afford. And it should be the basic right. As far as I know, I think it's the basic right of the right to education is basically for all, right? But even just having education is not going to help you out in this era. And that is because we have a lot of differences between the richer class and the poor class even in education. And that is basically simply defined as we have different fundings, we have different infrastructures. It's more or less like we have public schools which only have the infrastructure and nothing else, and all everything has to be managed by a other person, or everything has like you have a slate, you have a chalk, you have just a blackboard, and you may have a teacher which is not even qualified properly and may have only passed class 12th. So there is a very huge difference, because again it's basically divided into private and the public. And basically because private is more towards the expensive side and the public is more towards the less expensive side. And further it changes the perspective of that like we are part of the like women's college. I was a student of women's college for the 2 years, and yet it was supposed to be a public college of AMU, but it was very well made because of the donations, because of the people who actually supported it as well. And we had PPTs, we had like we have great, and we have great teachers who are very well qualified. Sometimes I feel like they're more than overqualified for us. And there's a like this is a change that we are getting because of AMU. So I'm again thankful to AMU for that. And and the basic difference between these two that the public and the private sector, if I say, because yet again, education is not supposed to differentiate you on those basis. So again, on the basis of I have already talked about funding, I've already talked about donations, and this is basically leading to a different in the development of the child, because if the child is not properly learning, it's not just about that you're talking about. It's just about the overall development that actually goes into the private sector or into the expensive schools compared to the poor sections of the society, that it is actually creating a further gap between the society. So this has to be taken off care of as soon as possible. And for that, I really don't think so anyone else other than the government that can actually work with that. Yes, we people can work with it, but on a larger scale, we need the government to work with it. So yeah, thank you very much.
Well said, Miss Aliza Kesser. Now I wanted to invite Fiha Tawfiq. Fiha,
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Is I'm audible?
Walaikum Assalam. Yes, you are audible, Fiha. Please continue to the topic. Fiha, continue to the topic. Meher, Miss Meher,
Yeah,
Meher.
I can hear you.
Okay, please start.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Walaikum
Education
Assalam.
in
Please continue.
yeah. Education inequality refers a system in which many societies cannot get equal opportunities which can help them to get education. As we know that education is very important for all of us, whether we come from urban areas or rural areas. However, in our country, most of the people belong to rural areas, but they are not able to get any better school. Even if there is a school somewhere, they are not a single good faculty would be available there. They are not getting a better school, then how can they get colleges and universities there? Because of that, some of them have to leave home and move uh, move anywhere else. So I also had to suffer these things when I had to leave my native place and I had to shift here for my education. Then after meeting everyone, I was feeling that I started losing my confidence that time. After some time, I realized I decided that I should work hard, and yeah, it took so much time, but I did it. So we can see clearly that there are so much difference between urban people and the rural people. They can have a good school, universities, colleges, and job opportunities as well. They have highly qualified tutor at home. They can get more academic resources in schools like libraries and labs and so on. So one of the major problem in our country, in the rural areas, girls are not allowed to go to school. Girls have no rights to be educated. So, but in our constitution, and they sorry, uh, girls girls are to be married at a very young age, but our constitution had clearly said that the minimum age of marriage for women is 18 years, but they don't understand these things. They don't, because of the lacking of education, they 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 don't understand the constitution, that constitution are is Constitution saying? In many cases, school uh, discriminate the children on the basis of religion, caste, language, gender, and even many companies don't acknowledge the talent and talent and experience. They hire the employee at the on the basis of attire and the good looks. So we all have to know our fundamental rights at least, and we should use it because we have rights to equality, rights to freedom, cultural and educational rights. So we have to use it, and yeah, nowadays internet plays a vital role in the rural areas because so many students are studying online and they are becoming doctor, engineer, IAS, and but they are struggling. They are facing difficulties for getting good network in the comparison of those students who live in the urban areas. So I think these are the differences between. So this is these problems create more inequality in education between those things. Thanks so much.
Well said, Meher. Now I want to invite Adila Rafiq. Adila Rafiq. Adila Rafiq, are you there with us? Please unmute yourself. Okay, Adila Rafiq is up. Sister Khatija. Sister Khatija. Sister Khatija, are you there? Nazia Shakil. Nazia Shakil. Nazia.
Hello, am
Miss
I
Nazia. Yes, Nazia, you are audible.
all right? Okay. So, hello everyone. So, today's topic is education inequality. So, before going to start, let me ask you something. Uh, have you ever thought about how much a simple classroom can change a life? Have you ever think about that? So, think about the moments when you learned something new and felt your world expand just a little more. Now imagine if that opportunity was out of reach for you, simply because of where you were born or the family you come from. That's the harsh reality many children face today. They want to learn, they want a chance to chase their dreams. But for so many, education feels like a privilege, not a right. We often take for granted that schools, books, and teachers are there when we need them, right? But for kids in poor communities, rural areas, or those facing discrimination, school can be an impossible dream. And you also know that girls are told to stay home and help with chores. Children with disabilities are not given the tools they need. Whole communities are left behind simply because they were not born into the right circumstances. But the truth is, education is the foundation of everything, right? So, without it, how can we hope to break the cycle of poverty, inequality, or ignorance? Because every child, no matter their background, deserve a chance to learn, grow, and reach their potential, right? And when we learn some children behind, we rob the world of their talents, their ideas, and their future contributions. So how do we change this? Have you ever think about it? It's not about grand gesture. It's about small, meaningful actions you do for them. Support schools and organizations that focus on undeserved communities. And speak up for education reform, push for policies that make education inclusive for everyone, regardless of gender, ability, or background. Because when we level the playing field, we all win. Education is the light that shines in every child's eyes. We just need to make sure no one is left in the dark. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Well said, Nazia. Now I wanted to invite Mr. Athar Ubaid Khan. Mr. Athar Ubaid Khan, are you there?
Yes. Uh, First of all, I'd like to say thanks to everyone to organize this type of discussion platform. Uh, for education inequality, I want to talk about 2 points. First, in every village, there is no good school or institute after 10th. That's why so many parents they did not allow their children to go abroad due to financial problems. So I think in every district there should be a good organization or institute by the government, so anyone can study there. Because many parents didn't want to send their child to out of the cities, especially for girls, due to safety and finance problem also. Uh, I see, this is the, I think, main thing to focus to establish good institution in every district. I think I am from Siwan. In my district, there is no any university. Not in Siwan, apart three districts in my commissionary, Gopalganj, Siwan, and Chapra. There is no any university. That's why this is the unavailability of resources, and so many students suffer this. So I think the government should focus on this issue, really. And that's that's all I would like to say this point on. Thank you.
Well said, Mr. Athar Ubaid Khan. Now I wanted sorry. Okay. Now I wanted to invite Mr. Rafiq Ahmad. Mr. Rafiq Ahmad, are you there with us? Mr. Rafiq Ahmad.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam.
But I would like to just apologize this time because I just want to listen to you all because I am somewhere where I cannot speak more. So if you don't mind, guys, give me half an hour. Once you all are finished, then I'll try to speak something. If you don't mind, because I'm with my daughter right now and she's sleeping just next to me, and really I don't want to disturb her. Thank you.
It's okay,
Sorry.
Mr. Rafiq. If after 9 we have if after all the participants we have time, then we will invite you because I have to wind up the session at sharp 9 because I have another class after that. Okay, so now I wanted to invite Miss Rukhsar. Miss Rukhsar, are you there? Okay. Yes, Udba, you can please. Udba.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
As today's topic is education inequality, I would like to begin by defining inequality. So, generally, inequality is when you get unequal distribution of resources, opportunities, or privileges within a society. And with reference to education inequality, it means when you get unequal access to quality education. So it's when you see or you face disparities in access to quality education in terms of resources or opportunity in different groups of students. Uh, we see that um, prestigious and the earliest European universities like University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, or Paris used to admit or used to enroll class of clergy and aristocracy. So it was money-based enrollment. Like if you have more money, you will be enrolled in our university or institution. So initially, only wealthy students used to attend um, such well-known high institutions, and only they had access to quality education. Also, we see such kind of discrimination on the basis of gender, especially in the society where we live in, where they keep reminding us that um, that high school or 10th standard is enough for us, because just because we are girls. So whether it is money based or gender based or caste based, like we see uh, uh, in case of Dalit, we have been watching such uh, educational discriminations. So I'm just gonna conclude that we must keep reminding ourselves that a lot of struggle has been made for this quality of education we are currently pursuing. So everyone, keep up your motivation and keep working hard. Thank you.
Well said, Miss Udba. Now I wanted to invite Zoya. Zoya, are you there?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Education inequality refers to the unequal distribution of education resources and opportunities in different social groups. This can lead to disparities in academic achievement, learning experience, and life chances, making it difficult for people to move up the social ladder. It can also amplify other tiers of inequality, such as gender and radical divides. Thank you.
Okay, well said, Zoya. Now, Shazia Ali. Shazia Ali, are you there?
Yes. Hello everyone. My name is Shazi Ali. Today I want to talk about a crucial issue that impacts millions of lives across the world. Education inequality. While many of us are fortunate to attend schools, have access to books, technology, and supportive teachers, it's important to recognize that this is not the reality for everyone. Education inequality refers to the unequal access to educational resources, opportunities, and quality across different social groups. These differences are often based on factors like income, gender, inequality, ethnicity, and etc. And the entire course of it is affects the entire course of a life person's life. But why is this important? Education is not just about learning subjects like math or science. It is about shaping the future, building careers, and empowering individuals. When students from those students from belonging wealthier families, they have access to better schools and private coachings and more and modern technology, they are more likely to succeed academically. On the other hand, we see poor students like disadvantaged backgrounds with fewer resources often struggle to keep up, not because they have lack of talent or intelligence, but because they have lack of opportunities. This gap is education accessibility does not just create unfairness; it winds the divides the between rich and poor, the privileged and the marginalized. It also affects entire communities and even our country. A society where education is not equally available to all in our society where growth are limited. Thank you. This is from my side.
Well said, Shazia ma'am. Now I'm requesting everyone, please join with your name, not like this. You read me note and I don't know what type of name they have put. Okay, so now I wanted to invite Asjad Hassan. Mr. Asjad Hassan.
Yes, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum Assalam. Okay, I'm requesting everyone, please join with by your name, not like that. Right? Me, I know it will make me problem to take your attendance, please. Just you can continue now.
Ma'am, educational inequality is the distribution of academic resources and opportunities among the students. Many students lack education due to the lack if they live in like urban areas, they have more accessibility to education and schools, while people living in rural areas have less accessibility to education because they lack transportation and they can't afford private schools and books. Also, people from lower backgrounds lack education. They are not allowed permitted education. Whether they pay money, also they are treated badly and not treated equally with like everyone. Thank you.
Are you done, Asjad? Okay. Well said, Mr. Asjad.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
I wanted to invite. Now I wanted to invite. Okay. Alfia Irshad, are you there? Alfia Irshad, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Alfia, please continue to the topic.
Ma'am, I told.
Alfia, you can't speak, it's okay. Adila Rafiq. Adila Rafiq. Adila Rafiq, are you there? Adila Rafiq. Sister Khadija. Sister Khadija, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, but I'll speak after someone. Like, I'm not prepared yet.
Okay, Khadija. Mr. Ahtamash Jamal. Mr. Ahtamash Jamal, are you there? Yes, Mr. Ahtamash, unmute yourself and start. Continue to our today's topic.
Ehtasam Jamal, please. Ehtasam.
Mr. Ahtamash Jamal. Yes, Mr. Jamal, you can continue.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. I just joined right now, so I'll speak afterwards.
Okay, Mr. Jamal, it's okay now. Is anyone is left? Please raise your hand. Miss Sana Parveen. Sana Parveen, are you there? Yes, Fiha, you can speak. Please continue to the topic. Fiha, please.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Is I'm audible? Hello,
Yes,
is I'm
Fiha, you
audible?
are.
Okay. So today's topic is education inequality. Explore the gaps in education accessibility and quality across different social groups. So I want to start my topic from that the government can reduce inequality through tax relief and income support or transfers as government programs like their welfares, free healthcare and food stamps, among other type of policies. And inequalities are not only driven and measured by income but are determined by other factors also like gender, age, origin, disability, class, and religion. As intergroup disparities regarding the opportunities for academics achievement. So we can see that in wealthier schools often have more resources like books, technology, and qualified teachers. And if we are seeing in government schools, these things are not available as much. So wealthier students may have more access to extracurricular activities and higher quality teachers and tutors. So they can get a better education. But in, as we can see in government sector, it is not there. So at last, I want to say that money should not be a barrier between student and education. As we can see example of physics wala, it is giving the quality education and in minimum price. So I think everybody should think like Alak Pandey as he's thinking about education for children of our country. Thank you.
Well said, Fiha. Now, Sister Khatija, will you speak? Sister Khatija.
Yeah, I'm going again. Am I audible?
Yes, Khatija, you are audible.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes, okay? Okay, so Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kharija and I'm a Okay, so Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kharija and currently I am pursuing English honors from Aligs Muslim University. Okay, so when we talk about educational inequality and when we talk about social groups, I think the broader category is rural and urban groups. But when we look forward into the subgroups, then there are economically weaker sections, socially backward classes, and people who are not able to afford education and who are not very much concerned about education. So I would like to raise this issue and present my opinion regarding the topic. So diving deep into this cause, I would say that there are a few reasons that cause this inequality, educational issues between the sections. The number one is that people are not aware of the importance of education. I'm really sorry for the background noises. It's just the hostel, so that's why. And number two is that financial constraint. When we talk about inequalities, I think as a student sometimes we also face financial burden. We have to submit the fees. I'm not talking about central universities or government colleges or government schools, but my siblings are studying in a private institution, and I know that sometimes it's so burdensome because they literally charge lakhs of rupees for even a normal thing. And I think that nowadays educational institutions have become like a business. Even you took examples of coaching centers and schools, colleges, everything. It just converted into a system for the business. That is why. Another thing is that scholarships. We don't have enough scholarships to give to the students, and if even if we have, but there is not any kind of proper procedure or proper system that would award scholarships for the needy people. And another thing is we have government colleges, we have central universities, but they don't provide you the quality education. So that's why people try to gain knowledge and education from private institutions. But again, it's very much costly. So now the question arises, what a normal middle class household do to educate the children and the future generation? So I think that what we could do right now is that we should take help from online resources. Someone before me said a physics wala. So I think YouTube channels, but yeah, again, it's not, it can't replace the offline classes and everything. But yeah, as a support system, we could take online classes and YouTube channels and the workshops, conferences to aware the citizens, and scholarship schemes can also be a very good tool to combat these inequalities and problems in education. So, and yeah, I'm very happy to see how everyone is participating in the speaker forum, and like I deeply agree with all of you and with all of the person who have presented their opinion. And my deeply apologies for few issues that are happening right now with me. That's why I was not able to speak. So yeah, and yeah, that's all from my side. And over to you, Rukaya. Thank you.
Well said, Khatija. Now I want to invite Mr. Ehtisham Jamal. Mr. Ehtisham Jamal.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Jamal, you are audible.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum, ma'am, and everyone present here. I just want to tell that I joined recently, but I heard some topics. I think the discussion group is education inequality, right?
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah. So for everyone, till now I have heard of two, three students that they are telling education inequality between different social groups. But for me, education inequality is also between the class, between a particular individual. For example, in a class, there are 50 students, and I don't think a teacher can contribute to all the 50 students equally. That means for toppers to understand a particular topic, it is very easy, and for lower persons who is not good in grades, will have to emphasize more energy to understand that particular topics. Also, in private schools, the teachers and also in private coachings, the teachers are only focusing on selected students to just get the rank, to just get the grades, and they doesn't contribute on every students in a particular class. Also, uh, some of the coaching mafias, like we have heard in the recent news, that from Kota, also from Delhi and many other places in India, they are just contributing to just achieve the rank. The real meaning of education the before the competition exams, I guess before British rule also. Okay, the meaning of the education was to just gain the knowledge, to learn the theory, to apply the practical in daily life. But nowadays, the education is only the means to get job, to get money, and not knowledge. There are many newses. Recently, we heard about NEET also, National Eligibility Test entrance for medical. There are also many news about JEE mains also, that in past few months we have listened in the government also scamming the exams. So due to the competition in the environment, the coachings and the students are only focusing into just gaining the grades, to just pass the competition exam, to get the best college, and to just get a good job and to earn money. So for me, the education inequality is also between the classes of different between the different students in a particular class. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Well said, Mr. Jamal. Now I wanted to invite who is this with name Miss Sana Parveen.
Rukaya, excuse me, Rukaya, could I say something?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I agree with the points of Ehtisham, or whatever he said. And I just want to add something. Okay, so the number one point is, yeah, I think that when we talk about accessibility of education to every section of society, we should also include language. Sometimes what happens that language play as a barrier. It acts as a barrier between different classes because like he said that when we see in a class, there are people from rural background, there are people from uh, topmost areas, from posh areas, so they are very much fluent in English. Okay, so I'm not like invading any and like invading any language, but what I'm trying to say is that people even like the teachers should ensure that everyone in the class is understanding whatever they are teaching. For example, I'm in college, and most of my professors usually teach in English, which is the curriculum and which is standard, to maintain the standard, to maintain the curriculum of the college. But what happens is there are certain people, or my batchmates, who are not able to understand English. So I think that we should also incorporate bilingualism, or make sure that everyone is understanding. And yeah, another thing is which I also said that earlier, that nowadays knowledge is not reaching everyone. What is happening is, what are we seeing is that it is converting into a business model, and everyone is just trying to benefit from it, not actually profess knowledge or like and yeah, it has become a tool for just for the jobs, for the careers, for the top rankers. So I agree with that, and okay, I appreciate the efforts. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Khadija. Now I
Hello,
want to invite Sana.
hello, ma'am.
Sana, please continue. Miss Sana Parveen, please continue.
Good evening, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum.
Ma'am, can I start?
Yes, please start.
In urban areas, accessibility of education is easy as many schools and colleges as well as universities are available. On the other side, in rural areas, mostly primary schools and or middle schools work under the state government. Ma'am, I have done.
Hello, ma'am. This is Naumir. Hello.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Actually, I was not part of this, but I got access from someone who shared the link. So I would also like to add some points regarding the educational inequalities among the different groups and how we can improve these inequalities in our society, and what is the reason, and how why the people are lacking in education.
Okay, so please tell.
Uh, Actually, ma'am, our topic is very interesting. Education inequalities. First of all, we have to understand what is inequalities in education. Means the people, the student who are not able to access the resources like the basic materials. I have very good experience in the social work background. So I have seen the many students who are not able to basic materials like book, pencils. Okay, the what is the reason the main reason is that I can say first reason is lack of awareness in our society in different groups. If you visit in the rural society, I also from the rural background, I have seen the people, the student, and their parents, they do not have awareness about the government facilities and government schemes which are available to them. Suppose that I would like to example of the RT Act, Right to Education Act 2019 says that there is 25% reservation for the student who are from economically backward classes like OBC, ST, SC, and also Muslim also can be included nowadays, because some Muslims also got part of the EWS economics weaker section. But I have also the like conducted a mini research on that particular area. People does not don't know about RT Act. So the main reason is that I can say lack of awareness in our society. So how we can reduce this kind of inequality in our society? We have government scheme like this act. We can generate in our society awareness about these schemes. Like I will tell the what is that scheme RT Act. No, that is act actually. Among that 25% reservation for the poor section, they can get admission in private schools also without any paid. They will be free of cost, everything they will get benefit free of cost. They can get admission free, they can get also avail the other benefit of the school without any payment in the school. But in our society people does not know. So if we make aware about this government act, they can also avail. And there are some government scholarship also available in our government of India and state level also, they can also avail. But people does not know about the government schemes and scholarship. And other thing also we can say proper in our society, in a rural society, because I also guess that the proper guidance is not available to them. If suppose that if you provide proper guidance to the children, they can avail the benefit from the in education sector, and they can also fulfill their dream. And also in found that if you talk about like inequality in among girls and boys, suppose in many families boys will be more prefer to go to school, but girls will not prefer to go to school. This kind of, and so we can also consider inequality in education. And the most important in the current eras, we can say that digital divide, we can say like excess of the technology. if you talk about urban society and rural society, in urban society student, those who are in urban society living, they can easily access to technology and access to mobile phone and different kind of technologies. But in our rural society, the students are not able to access their technologies, and also there is no available of proper network. So if you improve these things in if you reduce this kind of inequality in our society, so we can improve our quality of education in our society. And most important thing, economic and socio-economic status is very plays a very important role in our society. Without many students have good capabilities, they can go for study, but lack of income and income inequality in the society, they are not able to access whatever they want. They are not able to fulfill dream. For these dreams, there are so many NGOs across the country, they can avail, but they are not getting proper guidance regarding that. So they can also, so I can also say like we can connect with the network through networking. Like now I have went through that, I have also know about many NGOs who are working for education. Ajim Premji Foundation, they are working for education, and they are also providing good scholarship. Now they have released one scholarship, 30,000 per month for girls. So this kind of benefit we can avail through the awareness generated in the society. So it can, through this through this kind of intervention through the NGO sector and government sector, and also participation of communities, peoples, all, we can also reduce the inequality in society in this regarding the education. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, well said too. Okay. So, yes, Sana, do you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Do
Good
you
evening,
want to say
ma'am.
something? Good
Good
evening.
evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum.
I want to discuss the topic. May I start?
Excuse me, I think you are done now, just now. So why are you speaking again? Sana, why, if you are done, then why are you speaking again? Please give chance to others who are left. Okay, say,
Okay, ma'am.
if anyone is left there, please raise your hand or write your name in chat box. Shabi bhai. Shabi bhai.
Azim, you can say earlier, Umair was saying Umair is the son of Sana and Azim is the daughter of Sana. Azim, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Then,
Okay, so I wanna suggest something. That okay, it's really great that whatever motion we are initiating, and whatever flow we are going, it's really great. But I would suggest that if someone has completed speaking and presented his opinions, then it should be like that the other person could present their own views. For example, if I have spoken, then other person in the forum could say that I agree with you, or there's something which I would like to add, or your opinion is not correct, or I would like to add or remove certain points. So I think it would be more engaging and fun this way, and
Yes,
we
yes,
should
I
appreciate
agree.
also someone.
yeah, you are right, Khadija, but actually we have to wind up the session at sharp 9 because we have another class after that. So it will be, so if we do that, some people will be left. So that's why I didn't do that.
Yeah, but I think the reason and the
Hello.
motive of this forum is to generate opinions and to discussion, like there's a discussion. So I think that it would only take 2-3 minutes, like not more than that. Or but other, whatever you're saying is correct, absolutely, I agree. So what you can do is, whoever is the convener of the forum, he or she could add certain points, or at least appreciate the person who is speaking, that I agree with you. And for example, recently someone said the gender point, which I really liked, and nobody before, I think, has said this, raised this point. So I think the point of gender, that there is inequality in education between girls and boys, and I could relate to it. Let me share one one incident. When I was in class 10th, one of my friend and a very good student left the study after 10th. Why? And okay, so the reason is not that they're financially weak. They were really, independent people, and belong to a very good class. But the reason is conservatism. In the family, women and girls are not allowed to study beyond a class, I think 7th or 8th. And she was fortunate enough to go beyond 8th and finally got the mark sheet of class 10th. So I think it also, the mindset also plays a very pivotal role in education. So it would be, really great that government should include more such schemes. And of course, like there should be more workshops and such awareness programs that could change or like reduce this horrific mentality that, girls are not allowed to study. So yeah, this is one of the incident which I want to share. So
Ma'am,
yeah, this is my suggestion.
I would like to anyone is from first year who is got admission now from UP. I have some opportunity. There is Ajam Paranji Foundation. He has released some scholarship 30,000 per year. Who got admission in first year now. So if anyone are interested, I can share the link. And there is some criteria they can fulfill, and they can get avail 30,000 per month per year for 3 years for during bachelor's degree. If anyone interested, who can get the link from me.
If you're added in the group, then you could share the link with them. Maybe who are in first years, they could access that.
Okay, ma'am. I don't know, but I got the link from my friend, so I can share to him.
All right, then ask him to add you in the main group.
Your good name
Ma'am,
is?
thank you.
Your good name is? It's visible, only dot is visible, point is visible. Your good name is?
My name is MD Naumir Alam.
Who has shared the link? Any idea? Are you from
Hello,
Gambia?
sir? No, actually, I have done. Hello? Hello, sir?
Please.
Sorry for the inconvenience, Shabi bhai. Firstly, I wanted to give opportunity to Shakil bhai because it is
Okay.
8:55 and I have to wind up the session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. No, so.
Okay, so Shakil bhai, please continue to the topic. Shakil bhai.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, Shakil bhai, you are audible.
Assalamualaikum. Could you actually I was late because actually I want to know which topic is going on. Could you
Okay,
please
so Shakil bhai, our today's topic is education inequality. Education inequality.
Okay. Anyone is left, so I can speak later after 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, Shakil
Why
bhai,
you
no
have
one
only
is
2 minutes? Why you have only 2 minutes? In 2 minutes, we'll wind up the class.
Okay.
In 2 minutes only.
I want to add one thing.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Meher, please.
Hello, yeah, can I say?
Yeah, please. Because
Yeah.
we have only 3
I
minutes
want,
left.
yeah, I know. I know the only one point I want to share with all of you. Everyone talked about academic education, but I want to add one point with academic education. The Dini education is also important because the glorious Quran starts with the word Ikra, which means study. So we also need uh, some need to give attention to this as well. Uh, that's it.
May I?
Yes, Shakil bhai.
Okay, thank you. So so topics that today's education equality. So first point is social economic status, means some people is belong to who have not means wealth inequalities. So, children from background from a very poor and very illiterate background. So they are factor of inequalities. Second is that when some people know government school is a, you know what is a condition of a government school. So it also school in fact infrastructure also depend on is the cause of inequalities of education. Second is gender, means you know what is going on in India and also out of abroad like Pakistan, Bangladesh. So these when boy can be go in a school, but some places are education is girls is not go easily. So these are gender also depend on this topic. Second, third is geography, means who people mean geography. Geography means who people live in urban and who people live in rural. So they also huge fact a very big factor. Cause of education means who people live in village, so he cannot be easily get knowledge. They also cause, and urban who people live in urban, so in urban have a very expensive school, so they cannot afford. Third is very fourth point is very important. Disability, who people have lack of means physical accessibility. Some people, you know, there is not a important. There is not maybe it's suffering from many disease, so it can be disability. Disability also factor of education inequalities. Very important is quality of teacher. Who people means some student in school have a not a good teacher. When you go to private, sorry, government school, so they you know very well what is conditioning going on. They just a teacher come and teach very simply and doing own work. So this also means this is a very important factor, quality of teacher. Thank you.
Well said, Shakil Bhai. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and hope to see you all in our another sessions too. Thank you, everyone, for joining